Now at 6, imagine a Sunday in San Francisco without the farmers market, the new plan that could shut it down when wildfires flare up. Good evening, I'm Brian Hackney.
And I'm Juliette Goodrich. It's part of the city's new emergency plan to protect people when it's unsafe to be outside. Well, that could include times of extreme heat or hazardous air like we saw during the recent wildfires. KPIX 5's John Ramos reports if conditions get bad enough, even big events like concerts could be called off.
The report says San Francisco actually has better air quality than most major American cities. But in November,
it had the absolute worst.
For 13 days after the Camp Fire consumed most of the town of Paradise, thick, acrid smoke hung over the Bay Area like a funeral pall. But it wasn't enough to cancel San Francisco's farmers market at UN Plaza, even though some there today thought it should have.
I think it should have been shut down, yeah, really, because, I mean, a lot of people are still gasping for air.
It was really bad. Half the people here, about 50% of the people had masks on, covered debris was coming all over the place. You couldn't hardly breathe.
Michael Himes works as an unofficial parking guide for Tips and says it seemed crazy that people were still coming to the outdoor event that week. And the Department of Public Health agrees. They've developed a set of proposals for days with extreme bad air and even extreme heat that includes canceling permitted outside events like farmers markets and festivals. When that was happening, did it feel like you shouldn't be outdoors at all?
Yes, I should not be outdoors at all. I stayed most of the time indoors, at home or at the library, somewhere at a cafe, anywhere I could get indoors.
That's another suggestion in the report, opening cleaner air centers and cooling centers in air-conditioned buildings like libraries and schools. But the proposal tends to discount handing out N95 masks for people living on the streets, putting the emphasis instead on getting them indoors if at all possible. The emergency plan, like bad air itself, isn't exactly something that those who make their living outdoors are looking forward to.
If it was more of a regular thing that we had to deal with, I'm sure it would affect us a lot more, which would be very unfortunate.
That does have an impact on people, right?
Yeah, it does, but if it's mandatory, then I mean, there's nothing we can really do. Yeah, especially if it's health. That might be more important than, making an income.
The emergency plan was formulated not because of what happened, but what may be to come. As the climate changes, planners believe catastrophic wildfires could become the new normal. In San Francisco, John Ramos, KPIX 5.
The report points out among the 30 worst air quality days on record, 18 occurred during the 2017 Wine Country fires and last year's Camp Fire near Chico.